Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to go over the basic autopilot in the Cessna 172. So we're cruising along at 1,500 feet on a heading of 360, which is direct north. And let's say I want to gauge the autopilot. The first thing I'm going to do is click the AP button here. Click HDG and altitude. Now the autopilot is flying the airplane. The autopilot is holding our current heading and is holding our altitude of 1,500 feet. We can change our heading using the orange heading selector knob in your DG. Let's say I get a heading change to heading 330. I'm going to rotate the heading knob to 330 and the airplane will turn. And the airplane will roll out on, or rather the heading that you input using the heading selector knob. Next, I'm going to go over the nav function of the autopilot. The nav button, which is next to the heading button on the autopilot panel, has two functions. It can be coupled with the GPS to fly to a GPS waypoint or airport, or it can be flown using a nav radio. So, first I'm going to demonstrate using an airport in the GPS. So let's say I want to fly direct to Lafayette Regional Airport, which is off our left wing here. I'm going to click direct to, push the cursor in, rotate the small knob, and spell out the identifier of my airport. And I'm going to spell out KLFT. I'm going to click enter. Rather, I'm going to rotate the large knob until activate is highlighted and click enter. Now I will click nav. Next, you want to make sure that this says GPS, and you can verify it by making sure that this button says GPS. If this does not say GPS, it'll say Vlock, and it'll say nav up here. What that means is that it's coupled to the nav radios and not the GPS. To fix that, just click the CDI button or the nav GPS button. It's called your nav selector. So now the airplane is turning on a course direct to the Lafayette Regional Airport, as is shown by this magenta line here on the GPS. Next, I'm going to show you how to fly direct to a VOR using the nav radios. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get the frequency of a VOR in the area. To do, I'm going to use ForeFlight. I'm going to tune to the White Lake VOR, which its identifier is Lima Lima Alpha, and its frequency is 110.4. So to tune it, I'm going to click push CV to get to the Vlock section, which are your nav radios. And I'm going to tune 110.4 and click the V with the arrow. Now 110.4 is active. Next, I want to switch between using the GPS and the nav radios. So first I'm going to align the heading bug with the airplane's current heading and switch the airplane back into heading mode by clicking the heading button. Now HDG is on the screen and we're now flying in heading. Next, I want to switch the nav selector over to Vlock. So now you see it says Vlock and nav. So now we're in VOR localizer mode. So now I want to get a course direct to the White Lake VOR. To do that, I'm going to spin the OBS until this white arrow says 2 and this white line is in the middle. Now we're on 2 side. There it is. Very carefully. There we go. So to get there, we need to fly a heading of about 216. I'm going to click nav, and the airplane is going to fly to intercept the course. And let's say you want to, or you need to fly a specific course to or from a VOR. You simply select that using the OBS knob, and will fly it. The airplane is first intercepting the course because it is deflected by a little bit, and then once this is centered, it's going to turn back and intercept it, as it is doing now. So now I'm going to keep the airplane on nav mode, and I'm going to show you how to climb and descend the airplane. So we're level at 1,500 feet on the airplane to 2,500 feet. So first, I'm going to rotate the big Alt Select knob to 2,500. There's no need to click ARM as the function is not built into the game yet. I'm simply going to click the ALT button, turn vertical speed mode on. And I will click up to select my vertical speed. I'm going to select 500 feet permitted for now. Using the vertical speed mode, it's important that you watch your airspeed, because it is possible to stall the airplane in vertical speed mode by letting too much airspeed bleed off rather. As you can see, the airplane is climbing at 500 feet per minute, as you can see on our VSI. Speed's coming back and our altitude's coming up. Passing through 2,400 feet, the airplane's now going to start to capture our altitude, 2,500 feet. The airplane's starting to lower its nose. And you're going to first select the altitude, much like the climb. So we're going to get a climb down, or sorry, a descent down to 2. We're going to click altitude, but this time click down. Now the airplane's nose is falling, and we are starting a descent. The airplane will level out at the assigned altitude, in this case 2,000 feet. Alright, now the airplane is leveling out 2,000 feet, and the only function left in the autopilot is the APR, or approach mode, REV, or back course mode, and that's it. And I will cover those in the next video on how to fly a basic ILS approach in this airplane. So in the meantime, I hope you enjoyed this video, and hopefully I'll see you in a video soon. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Hope everyone has a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.